Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to use Chat GPT to make your own or create your own website. This will be a very basic tutorial to help you understand how HTML, CSS and JavaScript works whilst you spend a little time developing your own website. As usual, my name is Nasif and I make tutorial on software productivity tools to help you increase your productivity and efficiency at work. Kindly subscribe to my channel, click the notification button to get notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, so first of all, I would be using Visual Studio. So Visual Studio Code is an editor that allows you to write your code, and inside the Visual Studio, for those who are not privy to Visual Studio, you can go to Google and then download Visual Studio just by writing or typing in Visual Studio. So it will pop up, and then this is actually what I am using. So this is the Visual Studio Code. It's a code editor that allows you to write your own code. I have it here. I've already downloaded it. Secondly, I would have to create my HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so HTML, for those of you who are beginners in coding, HTML is actually the skeleton. Let's say for human we have a skeleton, so the HTML is the skeleton of a human, and the CSS is actually the body, the flesh of the human. So it adds more beautification to the skeleton. So it adds more beautification to the skeleton. And JavaScript is more or less like the movement, the actions that the normal human being does. So raising your hand, talking, walking, running. Yes, with HTML we would write the code. It will be in a skeleton form. CSS, we would use the CSS code to write it and add flesh and beautification to our design. And then the JavaScript will be all about movement and then whatever you want to do, all the actions you want to do. Yes, so first of all, to use ChatGPT to create the HTML, you would have to go here, and then you would I'm having this as a test case. So create a one-page website for food business. For my food business, make the website ADA compliant. So the full name of ADA is American Disability Act, helping those with disability to use the internet. So that is all about the ADA compliant. And I also continue to say include menu bar. The menu bar is let me get a website so that I teach you. So this is the menu bar. I said, and divide the page into four sections. Yes. And I said, I continue to say section 1 should be for carousel flipping with 2 images. So the carousel is more or less like an image stacked on each other. So let me see if I can get an example of carousel. There's one website that also contains carousel. So the images that are flipping is the carousel. Yes, it's the carousel. Okay, so let's move on. I also said section 2 should be for about, which tells visitors the mission, vision and values of the restaurant. Yes, the section 3 should be for list of food served at the restaurant, including images. Section 4 should contain form for visitors. Yes, and obviously every website has a footer. So the footer is also part of the website. So let me add the footer. Okay, so let's just develop it. Afterwards we add our footer. Okay, so it's generating the website for me. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so I'll just have to click here to say copy. I'll just copy this, and then if you want to understand the code more, you can actually read this and you understand it. Okay, so I'll bring it to my Visual Studio Code, and then I'll paste it. To paste, I would click on Control V to paste it. Okay, so I made a mistake. I should have chosen the HTML. So I'm now on the HTML. I'll paste the HTML, and then I don't see the error again. So yes, that is it. So it has the HTML format, has a header, and then it has a body, and then the last part is it has a footer. Yes, it has a body, header, and then a footer. Yes, so that is it. What I'll do next is to save it. So I'll just click on it, and then I'll save it. So I just did Control S. Yes, so now I've saved my HTML. What next is that I would have to go and get my CSS. So what I'll do is I'll say add the CSS code. So add the CSS code. Let's see what it brings us. Okay, so whilst it generates, let me come here and then let you see how the skeleton looks like. So first of all, let me go here and then I'll get let me download the live server. So let me download live server. Live server is used for launching websites on the editor. So you can choose any one of these, but I prefer to choose the one that a lot of people have downloaded. So I'll prefer to choose this one. This has 36.8 million downloads. So that is what I'll choose. So it's downloading. Yes, so now it's on. So what I'll just do is I'll click on my HTML, and then I'll go to go live, and then let's see what. So it's starting. Okay, so this is how the skeleton looks like. So you can see that we have welcome to our business, and then it says about the menu, the dishes, and contact us, the form. Yes, so this is the skeleton. Obviously when you look at this, it doesn't look beautiful, and it looks very skeleton. Yes, that is a skeleton. Yes, the next one, we are generating our CSS. So CSS is the body, as I said initially. I'll copy it, and then I'll bring it to my CSS section of the Visual Code, CSS file, yeah, my Visual Code. So I'll paste it, and then I'll save it. Control S. When I save it, let's see on the page what it says. Okay, so why you are not seeing any changes, that I haven't linked the pages. I haven't linked the HTML to the CSS. Yes, I haven't linked the CSS to the HTML. Yes, so that is it. So to link the HTML to the CSS, first of all, we have two ways of going about this. So we have the inline and then external CSS. So the inline is where you can add it inside the HTML. So we have a section where you say style, and then you add your code here. The external is actually adding it on a different file and then saving it so that it reflects, you link it to reflect on the HTML. So for now, let's see how both of them works. So I'm copying the code here, and then let's do the inline first. So I'll do this, and then as you see, it has now taken shape. Yeah, it has now taken a bit of shape. Yes. Mostly when you do this, it doesn't look professional, so I will take off this one, and then what I'll do is I'll link my CSS to the HTML. So I'll enter link, and then I'll enter the source of where the CSS is. There on my desktop inside the Chat GPT website, and then this is my CSS. So I can just click here and then go to properties, and then I would have it here. So this is my location. If you don't want this, you can just go here, and then since all of them are located in the same folder, you just have to type in how you saved your CSS, and then that's all. You are done. So now if I save it, it's linked together. So let's open the site and then see what. Yes, you can still see that it's still getting shaped. It's still getting shaped. We are not done yet. So the next thing I'll do is I would try and reshape this. So what I'll do is that remember, we are not going to use our hand to code. We are not going to use the hand to code fully. So I would copy this section called the carousel, and then I'll bring it to Chat GPT. Yes. So let me open another Chat GPT. Okay. So I'll paste it here, and then I'll write that it should develop a carousel page. It should develop a carousel section or hero section of my website. So okay, so now let's see what it generates for us. Okay, so now we have it here. If you want any details, you go beneath it, and then you have the details to read and understand what exactly you are doing. So I'll copy it. For the purpose of this video, I'll go straight forward and then copy it, and then I'll bring it to my CSS, and let's see. So with the CSS, we have carousel container. So we copy the HTML first, and then we paste it here, and then we save it. We come here, and then we try to see. So we have the carousel where the images are. So what I'll do is I'll try to remove it, and then paste the new carousel CSS there, and let's see. So it explains the code further, where we are seeing that green is where the code explanation is at. So I'll just save it, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so I think it works. So what I'll do is I'll now replace them with displays, the carousel with images. Now they are dummy images. So let me go and get some images. So I'm getting some food images. Yep. Okay, so this looks very good. I named it food 1. Okay, so I love this one, so I'll just copy it, save it, and then food 2. Okay, great. And then we come back to our code, and then what we do is, let's go back here. You see that it appears here. So what we do is we just try to enter food 1, and then this is food 2. Okay, so food 1 and food 2, we save it, and then let's see. We see. So yes, the more images we have, the more we can do this, but we can also choose to make it come one at a time. But I think this, for the purpose of this video, I'll leave it this way. And yes, the next one to do is to work on the about. Okay, so we don't have a menu bar, so let's create a menu bar. So the menu bar, what I'll do is I'll come here and say create, or let's say develop a menu bar for my website. Okay, so let's see how it generates. So yes, okay, it's generating for us. Okay, so if you want any extra information just to guide yourself, you can read that, but for the purpose of this video, I know what I'm doing, so I'll just copy this one and then bring it to my code, and then I'll paste it above it. Yes, so bar. Okay, so that is my menu bar. Yes, so let's see. Okay, so that's my menu bar, but I would have to do something to it. So let me go back to my code and then copy the CSS. So I copy the CSS. Let me go back to and then I would go to the CSS and then locate the menus. Yes, so for this, because we are not going to use this menu, so we are going to take everything out. Let me try and see the code. Okay, it starts from this. Okay, so let me get rid of all of these, then paste. Okay, so I just pasted my menu, and then I'll save it, and then let's see. So now you can see there's a big change on this. Yes, so you can choose to add the name of your restaurant or your business at the right corner. So as I said, we are not going to use our mind to code, so we are going straight forward using Chat GPT, and then we say add the name of the restaurant to the menu. Add the name of the restaurant to the menu bar. This is my nav bar, and then this is the CSS code to my nav bar. So what I'll do next is, yes, so I have it here, and then this is also here. So I save both of them, and then I try to check whether it appears. So let me just copy the HTML again. Okay, so this is it. Let me save it. So now when we check on our website, we can have we should have the name of the the restaurant. It says Delicious Eats, so that is the name it gave it. You can choose to put this on the right hand side or choose to put this on the left hand side, whatever you want. It depends on what code you actually write. So yeah, that is it. So when you are writing the code, you specify where exactly it should be. Yes. So the next thing I'll be doing is to work on the about page. So let's see the about page. This is the code for the about page. Okay, so I'll just copy it and then bring it back to my, I'll create another one, that is Chat GPT, and then I will say okay. Okay, so what I did is the inline CSS. So what I would have to do is that I would have to copy this. So let me copy this and then copy this because we already have the body. So I'll copy this and then bring it to my code, and then I'll go exactly where it says about. Okay, so this is the about page. The about, so this is about. So I'll just paste it in and then I'll save it. Let's see what we have. Okay, so now our website is taking shape. So this is our about. It is taking shape gradually. Okay, so the next one I'll be doing is to work on the menu dish. So I think the about, the only thing is maybe I would have to highlight on the our mission, vision, and then values. Yes, but this is just a sample website. So the menu as well, let me go back here and then I'll copy the menu and then I'll bring it back to this place. Let me get rid of this, let me get rid of this, and then let me rewrite this code, add this code, make it look attractive and beautiful. So I'll paste my code, attractive and beautiful using CSS. Okay, so I can choose to specify my color that I want to use. Yes, I can choose to specify the color I want to use, but with this I'll just go with the code just like that. Okay, so I'll just copy it and then come to this place and then move to the menu section. That is the menu section. So I just copy all this and then delete and then paste the new one. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks. So what I'll do is that I would have to edit some code. This one I think I would have to do it myself because it is assigning the class. The Chat GPT is reassigning classes because I don't specify my class. So these are the classes. So what you see, what I mean by classes, what you see here, this one, yes. So this is a reference to the CSS. So wherever you see this one is a reference. So what I would have to do is probably I would have to go by the code again, but let me put the images first. So these are the images. Let me replace them. So I'll say food 1 and then food 2. Okay, so let's see what it shows. Yes, so we have the menu with a beautiful design. So dash 1, dash 2, and then if you want the description, you can. So now our website is taking shape. Okay, so this is the contacts. I think the contact is fine, perfect. Yes. So this is a sample website that you can use Chat GPT to create. So I just use Chat GPT to create this. This one would come with a link. So what I just did was to create a website, but there are a lot to this that I would have to do. You can change the colors, you can do everything that you want to do with it. And also one aspect is to make it mobile friendly. So whenever it's open on your phone, you'll be able to access all these features, and yes, and it will look beautiful on it. But for this tutorial, I will be ending here. In my next tutorial, I will do the mobile friendly version. I hope you did enjoy. See you in our next one.